Alright guys, I'm coming at you once again today. Might be another video after this. I'm not deciding. I'm kind of in the mood to do it right now. Got another gas mask for you. It's another kind of uncommon or rare mask. I mean, you can kind of decide that for yourself. They're known to be fairly rare, in the US at least. They're hard to find at least, that's all I know. They're considered rare. It's another Polish mask. As you guys know, I'm kind of a Polish buff gas mask. I mean, if this whole thing on eBay I get started, I'm going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to have around like 8 or 9 Polish gas masks. I love the things, they reek of quality. Obviously, this is the Polish MP4. Very similar bag to the Polish MP4B, obviously. Has the back pouch with the name tag. This bottom pouch that I would assume would hold decontamination kit, something of the sort, an NBC kit, little thing. But this bag actually is brown, not light green, as you would normally see on the MP4B. Again, storage container right here for the straps, which I have not taken out because I have no reason to. Now on the outside, obviously you have those. And right here, I will pop this open. You will see in the original factory bag, pop this open, you have the Polish MP4 MP4, just normal outserts. Okay, nothing too special, fancy about these. They do flip over very easy, just like that. Webcam's lagging. Alright, so they fold over fairly easy. That's folded over, that's not. So, those are very simple. Something cool I got was actually the manual for the MP4. Here's the front side, and on the back you have a chart of a diagram labeling all the pieces of the mask. That if you guys really want me to, I can go ahead, dedicate some of my time and translate this for you guys, because I might be doing that here soon anyways. As I do write and can read a little bit of Polish, so I might get through that. I haven't really looked at the manual a lot. All I saw was gas mask, Polish, military, MP4, basic stuff. Haven't went into it too much. So as you can see, it has the nice quality 4 big snaps up here. Bag flops out. As you can see, we'll reveal the MP4 gas mask itself. I'm going to unpack accessories first, as always. This is the original foil, the foil in the bag that the mask came in, with the foil for the filters, and the original rubber stopping plugs and rubber bands for the filters and filter caps. So I will set that back here. Now I will pull the mask out, make sure everything's in there. There's the mask itself, and before I get too into it, I'm going to set it aside. And as you can see, as always, down the bottom, Polish little sneaky motherfuckers. Oh, cap came off. But those little sneaky motherfuckers always slip in little accessories down in the bottom of the bags. See what's similar to the almost all MP4 models. Cleaning / anti-fog wipes with the little instruction roll. So get that back down in there, and then of course if I wanted to take these out I could, but I have no desire to. And so I'll keep them in here sealed up for collectability purposes, obviously. Now here's the mask. What does this look like? The MP4B. Guess what? No drinking tube. Mask is all the same shade of gray. Okay? Basically the only differences between that is this on the MP4B, as you guys have seen, this is light gray, the entire face piece itself. This is dark gray and has a drinking tube. Other than that, this is the MP4B. Just missing the drinking tube and some coloration factors. Obviously, still the same blue head harness as on the other. Here, I'll show you some. I feel I can get this out. This is a very, very rare feature to get with Polish masks, is the actual face piece storage component. So I was very, very lucky to get this. This is plastic. As you can see, I can be squeezed. So again, very, very lucky to get this. You almost never see this with Polish masks. So here we go. You will see the blue head harness again with those what I believe zinc coated, I have no idea, pull tabs that, again, gets on gay. The colors match pretty nicely. It's made of that real soft, thick fabric, real stretchy, real elastic, very easily adjusted, as you can see. Very easy to do that. Nice large eyepieces. See, the mask is very high quality. Now I'll get into a little bit of history of this mask, about as much as I know at least. So I'm trying to kind of prop itself up here a little bit. That's about the best I can get. So obviously, I think it was like early 60s we started really focusing on the M17, and obviously a lot of communist countries really picked up this design. I mean, it's not that the Russians, I mean, as you know, the Soviet Union pretty much controlled most of Europe. So, I mean, like a good example is the Russians switched over to the 9x18mm Makarov PM handgun. So then Czechoslovakia went, and instead of adopting the Makarov, like the Russians wanted them to, they continued using their CZ-52 for like they used it up until the 80s, when that gun came out in the like early 1951. And then they used the 7.62 Tokarev round. Then obviously they were forced to adopt the Makarov, but instead of adopting the Makarov, they adopted the round and the handgun. Poland did the same thing. They adopted a new gun with the round. Basically, same thing with the gas mask, but they didn't copy Russian designs. They copied an American one, the M17, and a very common one, as you all know, is the Czech M10. Take a drink here. Run out of breath. So, the most common copy you're going to see of this is the Czech M10 and the M10M. The M10 is the more standard version that has the exhale piece down here. Basically looks fairly the same to this, but yeah, and then the M10M has a gigantic plastic piece on the front with a voice emitter and a drinking tube. Jesus. That's pretty much the only way to tell them apart. Now, another copy is the Bulgarian PDE-1, which is another very rare one to find, which basically that's just Bulgarian spin on it. Looks more like the M10. Very low quality mask, the most low quality copy I have. And then you will notice, not a lot of people know this. I have known this. I get depressed when people bring it up because I know I'll probably never be able to find one. Japan copied this. I believe it's called the Type 3. Japan copied the M17. Has rubber here instead of a metal filter cap, and looks very cool. I will never be able to find one, so my cheek filter collection remains incomplete, but it's complete as far as reality goes as getting the masks. So then Poland made 3 different versions. This was the first, the MP4. All gray, silver eyepieces, silver filter inputs, blue head harness. Next version, a couple more years roll along, they create the MP4M. That one's kind of a brownish tan, has green fabric covers on the filter caps, still silver eye lenses, and a light green head harness. And that was made for infantry. This is for officers. I'll get in a little bit more to that, why, after I explain. Then, as they were kind of looking to adopt a drinking tube, they didn't jump straight to the MP5 gas mask. They jumped right over to this design again, but started experimenting with the drinking tube. As you've seen, that went down here, unthread like 7 times. Wasn't practical. That's probably the more rare, I would say it's got to be the most rare version of the MP4, the MP4B, because they made less than 500 of them, if they ever hit around 500. That sources say it's around 450 to, 0, obviously. So no more than 500 made of that mask. And then they had ended up adopting the MP5. They got rid of this design. Not totally. This mask and the MP4 and the MP4M are still used today in Poland. The MP4 has a much better voice diaphragm. As you can see, the MP4M, when I do a video on that, has a different voice pattern on the diaphragm. And it is completely, just a little bit less, I mean, it's still extremely high quality, but it's less quality than this. But this one has a much better voice diaphragm. This is issued to officers today, and the MP4M is still issued to infantry, and just pretty much everybody that is not in the officer ranks of Poland's military. So, cool little history lesson on that. Okay, so, back to the mask. Size 2. Poland uses the same chart as us, size chart. Size 1 is small, size 2 is medium, size 3 is large, I don't know if they ever had a size 4. Don't know. But something interesting is my MP4 actually was made in 1990. So this is a fairly new model. I guess I'll open it up and show the inside. But again, it's about the same harness style as the M17. So let me loosen this baby, and I will show you the inside. I keep forgetting things. One more thing. This does use that temple pin style. I don't understand what the hell that's for. The mask I don't have temple pins on really don't seem to be too lacking without it, so they seem fine. Don't exactly know what the purpose is. Now here's the inside. Looks just like any other cheek filter. Basically, you have the 2 snaps here to cover up the filter, and 1 snap here to spread the oral nasal cup, so you can obviously get your face in there. And then down here, I'll show you real quick. There's some military acceptance stamps right there. And should be it. Yeah, mine still has talcum powder on it. I haven't cleaned it yet. I don't know if I will. But you can kind of see, not really down in there. Let me go grab a little flashlight. Alright, okay, so here, have a little flashlight. If you can see down there, still really can't, okay, there you go. The exhale valve on the bottom and the voice emitter on top. So that's basically what the inside of the mask looks like. Then up here, you have the oral nasal kind of seals, I guess you would want to call them, valves, whatever. But obviously here you have your holes that allow the air to pass through. That's basically all there is to the inside of the mask. It's not, almost no features, but it does have the TISO tubes that come up, blast air in the eyepieces, then it comes down through the oral nasal cup. So I'll pop a filter cap off for you here. So here we go, here's a filter. As you can see, the rings on these are kind of a zinc color, and then just a cotton filter in there. I have no idea what are in these filters. So if by chance you have happened to have gotten lucky as well and got one of these, don't know what's in them. But very light, much lighter than the M17. Still has a rubber seal. So I don't know if you can see light through these. It'll kind of show how good a shape they're in. Should be in very, very nice shape. So there you go. You can still see light through them, but these are in impeccable shape compared to my MP4M. So mask itself, wonderful, wonderful. Just couldn't be any more pleased with it. I don't know, I guess I'll tighten her up and show her for you guys while it's on me. And I'll speak through it to the microphone, see if it voice diaphragm works out. So give me a couple seconds, so I'm going to throw the mic on. Now, I'm going to talk through it, and I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but it, in real life, it projects my voice very well. I mean, I could scream with this thing on, people would hear me. But, so if you can't hear me, I apologize, but works really good to me. So, there was the MP4 mask. Very, very cool. I don't know if the voice diaphragm came through on here, but I'll sure find out. But as you can see, pull tab, same M17 style exhale valve. And I believe, again, let's see here, I've never really checked. Yes, this is a single exhale valve mask, only one. So, kind of strange, but, you know, whatever. Less protection, I suppose, than a mask with 2 exhale valves. But I'm not going to be putting pieces on it because the outserts are kind of annoying to put on. I'll put one on. Fuck it. So I'm going to flip the rubber over here. So there we go. Rubber's already flipped over. Very easy. Obviously, to put one of these outserts on, you place it over the lens. I don't know how this is going to go because I'm trying to keep it on camera. And you fold the rubber over. There we go. And the outserts is then put on. And yeah, so that's basically you put an outsert on, then take it off. You just basically roll the rubber back over, and you're good. A little outsert lesson as well. So there we go. That's the MP4. Well, that's kind of cool. Alright, off track. But this mask, I mean, I couldn't give it a higher rating on my scale. I mean, I don't really have a real rating for it, but it's pretty freaking nice. That's basically what I have to say about it. I mean, if you can somehow find one, pick one up. They're wonderful. I mean, I couldn't love them more. Really passionate about my Polish gas masks. Their things are awesome. Quality. I like these over my M17. So maybe I will do an MP4/M17 comparison video next. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm